to the OCG Fam Show to you. My YouTube buddies, what do you got going on? What's going on in your growth? Let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it. And speaking of the comments, we got another comment today, a good one from, I think, a new viewer. I guess I'm not sure if he's a new viewer or not, but I don't remember a comment from before. It's FKIS59, and he says, "Hi Bob, love this series. Been growing for years with mixed results using other products that are available on the market. Ran across your videos one day on YouTube and learned more in the couple hours I watched than I knew in over 20 years of growing. Love all the knowledge you guys have, which brings me to the question. Scott mentioned raising ppm and the nutrients as your plants grow. Can you please tell me which nectar products would be added to bring this number up? What would be the most beneficial for budding, or do you just add a little more of everything in the regimen that I've been using to attain a higher ppm number? Sorry if you've covered this before. I couldn't find if you have it. If you can please tell me the video number, thank you, and keep up the great work. Very much appreciated." Thanks for the question, FKIS. So I kind of paraphrased there as I was reading through it. Let me just make sure we're clear what I'm talking about, what he's asking about. So when you're doing your grow, you're ramping up your nutrients as you go through, because A, the plant's getting bigger, it's needing more nutrients, you want to do that, and so you put a stronger mixture in there. But also, as you're going through this, you may be saying to yourself, okay, I want to start off conservatively, maybe half strength there, and work my way up to make sure I'm not going to overdo it. So when you're doing that, do you do that evenly with every nutrient, or are there other things you push more? For the most part, everything evenly. Let me show you the feeding charts. Now you've probably seen these, most people have, maybe you haven't. These are the regimens, the Spartan, the Greek, and the Roman. The Spartan is the very basics. This is the minimum probably of what you would use. The Greek, probably the most efficient, what most people do to get a good grow. The Roman, everything nectar offers. Now this one's not just if you're using everything, but also if you're using the Greek or whatever, but you want to use Persephone's or one or two of these extra, how they fit in as far as how much the ratios are compared to the others, and how they go or up or down as you go through the stages of your growth. So you get you one of those and you slowly work your way up for that. Now let me should say, OCGFAM.com, you can pick one of these up, or all of them, a couple bucks each, all laminated up for you there, or you can go to OregonsOnly.com, the nectar website. They got them on there where you can just download them and print them out yourself. So get you one of those, and yes, for the most part, as you're going in there, you'll take and you'll say, okay, this says 5 milliliters. Maybe I want to do 2 or 3 because I'm taking it easy at first, or maybe I want to do 10 or 15. I want to push harder as I'm going through, but I would work my way up to that. That's for the most part, but there is one wild card in this situation too. We'll talk about that. Herculean harvest. This is kind of the base of what you're going to do as far as getting more oomph into the growth. So while you're going to do these, roughly equally moving those up together as it is on the chart, this you can push harder. You can go, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. Push this a lot harder than that to get more of this in there, and that's going to work real well for you. But you can only go so far. You can go a little farther if you use the Bloom Chaos. In fact, you can go a lot farther. This will help you to put more of this into there. Now, when you do that, you're also going to need to use more of the Olympus Up, which is going to buffer that pH, bring the pH up, because this, to be stable in this bottle, needs to be a very low pH. And so it's going to drop your pH down. It needs to be at 6.3 to 6.8 to be effective. And so you're going to need more of this as you get more of this. If you feel like you want to push even more of this, Bloom Chaos. But you can only push those so far. And as you push those farther and farther and farther, when you push them too far, you can get situations where you get imbalances of the other things because they're taking up too much of this and not enough of this stuff. So, yes, equal. Yes, you can do a little more Herculean harvest, maybe a lot more Herculean harvest, but all that stuff, I would ease up on that. I would start off slow and slowly work my way up using whichever feed chart works for you as far as the ones you're using to do that. Is that clear? I don't feel like it's clear, but I think that's as best an explanation I can do without getting more questions from you. So if that doesn't make sense to you, FKIS or anyone else, put it in the comments and we'll talk about it. We'll talk more about this subject as long as we need to get it clear. That's the show for today, I guess. Yeah, talk to me about it down there. I feel like we didn't quite get it. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. The OCG Fam Show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.